change happens, but I don't care what anyone says. This wasn't any sort of end game. She married the person she loved, and this is what happened. I think that's it.
He will absolutely take on the role because he has been waiting his entire life to become king. But I think that his reign, in comparison with the Queen's, will be very short-lived.
A royal storm is brewing. Queen Camilla's son has just issued a final warning, sending shockwaves through the palace and beyond. With tensions already high in the monarchy, this unexpected move has stunned everyone, from royal insiders to devoted fans. But what exactly could have pushed him to this breaking point? Is the Queen herself caught in the crossfire? And most importantly, how will King Charles react? Stay with us as we unravel the shocking details behind this royal bombshell. Camilla's son breaks his silence. Tom Parker Bowles, a well-respected food critic and writer, has never shied away from expressing his admiration for his mother. Time and again, he has spoken of her warmth, kindness, and unwavering dedication to family. However, in a recent, candid interview, he took a firm stand against the swirling rumors that have clouded her reputation for years. Speaking to BBC Radio 5 Live, Tom painted a heartfelt picture of his mother, not just as a senior member of the royal family, but as a loving grandmother, a selfless woman, and, most importantly, a devoted mother. He emphasized that, despite the immense pressures and responsibilities that come with being queen, Camilla has always placed family at the center of her life. Through the demands of public service and royal obligations, she has remained a pillar of strength for her children and a steadfast source of support for King Charles III. But the public's fascination with Camilla has never been limited to her royal duties or family life. For years, she has been the subject of relentless tabloid speculation, with rumors painting her as a heavy drinker and a chain smoker. Claims that have stubbornly persisted despite a lack of credible evidence. Addressing these allegations head-on, Tom did not mince words. In an interview with The Times, he firmly dismissed the rumors, making it clear that they were nothing more than baseless gossip. "It's absolute rubbish," he declared. "My mother doesn't smoke, nor does she drink gin at all hours of the day. She's as responsible as they come." With these words, Tom sought to put an end to the long-standing misconceptions about Queen Camilla's lifestyle. Yet, as fate would have it, his statements came at a particularly sensitive time. Camilla had recently canceled a series of royal engagements due to health concerns, an announcement that only added fuel to the fire of public speculation. Questions began to swirl once more. Was there more to her illness than the palace was letting on? Could there be a hidden struggle behind the royal facade? Despite the gossip and scrutiny, one undeniable truth remains. Queen Camilla has endured decades of public judgment, criticism, and scandal. Yet she continues to rise above it all with quiet dignity. Whether as a mother, a wife, or a queen, she has proven time and again that resilience is woven into her very being. But what exactly is the reality behind her recent health struggles? And how does she continue to navigate the immense pressures of royal life with such grace? The world may speculate, but those closest to her, like Tom, seem not to doubt the strength of the woman behind the crown. What did he reveal? Let's find out. The Queen's health scare. Buckingham Palace recently made an unexpected announcement regarding Queen Camilla's health, revealing that she had been diagnosed with a chest infection. On the advice of her doctors, she was urged to take a temporary break from her public engagements to focus on her recovery. In a reassuring statement, a palace spokesperson addressed public concerns, emphasizing that while Her Majesty deeply regretted missing her scheduled appearances, she remained optimistic about making a swift recovery. The Queen sincerely regrets stepping back from her duties, but is hopeful that she will be well enough to attend this weekend's remembrance event, the statement read. Although the illness appeared to be a minor setback, it inevitably sparked conversations about Queen Camilla's ability to sustain the rigorous demands of royal life. After all, being part of the monarchy is no small feat. It requires unwavering commitment, stamina, and resilience. Yet, those who have observed Camilla's journey closely know that she has undergone a remarkable transformation over the years, adapting to the challenges of her role with quiet determination. Gone are the days when indulgence and leisure defined her routine. In recent years, Queen Camilla has embraced a lifestyle centered on health and well-being, making significant changes to enhance her overall vitality. From working closely with a personal trainer to adopting a nutritious diet, her daily habits reflect a conscious effort to prioritize longevity and strength. Many of the fresh ingredients she enjoys come straight from the royal estates, reinforcing her and King Charles's shared vision of sustainability and clean eating. This shift in focus is not merely about personal health, it is a reflection of the broader values she and her husband champion. Together, they have long advocated for organic farming, environmental conservation, and a return to traditional wholesome foods. In many ways, Camilla's lifestyle choices mirror these principles, proving that even within the grandeur of royal life, simplicity and well-being remain key. Her son, Tom Parker Bowles, sheds light on this transformation in his latest book, Cooking and the Crown: Royal Recipes from Queen Victoria to King Charles III. He offers an intimate glimpse into her food preferences, revealing that while she appreciates fine dining, she has an affinity for uncomplicated yet hearty meals. One of her favorite traditions, he notes, is the family's beloved Boxing Day breakfast: richly buttered eggs, a dish affectionately named by the late Princess Margaret. However, beyond the dietary changes and fitness routines, Queen Camilla faces another challenge: juggling her official responsibilities while maintaining strong family ties. As she gracefully navigates the demands of her role, she also cherishes moments spent with loved ones, striving to strike a balance between duty and personal life. This recent health scare, while seemingly minor, has served as a reminder of the pressures that come with being part of the royal family. Yet, if history is any indication, Queen Camilla is not one to be easily deterred. With her steady resilience and newfound commitment to wellness, she is more than ready to rise to the occasion, one step at a time. Queen Camilla was down with her illness towards the end of the year. Let's delve into the details of what the royal Christmas looked like. A royal Christmas. As the joyous holiday season draws near, the royal family is once again preparing for their cherished Christmas gathering at Sandringham. This annual tradition, deeply rooted in history, brings together the most senior members of the monarchy for a celebration marked by grandeur, formality, and time-honored customs. This year, however, an intriguing shift is taking shape, one that speaks to the evolving dynamics within the royal household. At the heart of this change is Queen Camilla, who has made an unexpected yet deeply personal request. For the first time, she has extended an invitation to her son, Tom Parker Bowles, and his family, hoping they will join the royal festivities. Historically, Camilla has spent Christmas at Sandringham with the royal family, while her children and grandchildren celebrated separately. This long-standing divide, though perhaps unspoken, has kept the two sides of her life distinctly apart. But this year, the Queen Consort is determined to bridge that gap. Her invitation is more than just an act of courtesy. It is a statement. By bringing together her biological family and her royal one, she is making a bold attempt to weave together the two most important parts of her life, uniting them under one roof during the most significant holiday of the year. It is an effort that, while simple on the surface, carries layers of emotion, history, and perhaps even a desire for long overdue harmony. Yet Tom Parker Bowles himself was initially uncertain about whether he would accept his mother's invitation. In an interview with The Telegraph, he candidly admitted that his plans for Christmas were still up in the air. "I don't know what's happening yet," he confessed. "But if I do go, I imagine there will be turkey, Brussels sprouts, and church. Classic Christmas traditions." His words, though light-hearted, hint at a deeper complexity. Attending Sandringham would mean stepping into the highly structured world of royal protocol, where every detail, from the seating arrangements to the holiday itinerary, is carefully planned. For someone accustomed to a more private and informal holiday setting, this transition may not be easy. Camilla's determination to bring her son into the royal fold, even for just one Christmas, signals something more profound. It reflects her growing confidence in her role as queen consort and her desire to assert her personal identity within the monarchy. But beyond that, it raises an intriguing question. Why now? What has compelled her to take this step at this particular moment? To fully grasp the significance of this move, one must look beyond the polished image of Camilla, queen consort of the United Kingdom, and delve into her past. Her journey to the throne was neither swift nor easy. She has endured decades of scrutiny, controversy, and relentless public opinion, yet she has emerged as a steadfast and respected figure in the royal family. Perhaps after years of careful navigation, she now feels the time is right to integrate her two worlds, to create a family Christmas that for once reflects the entirety of her life. Although Tom Parker Bowles eventually accepted her invitation, it was his first in Sandringham. And one thing was clear: this Christmas at Sandringham marked a turning point, not only for Queen Camilla but for the royal family itself. Let's take a brief dive into the details of Camilla's journey from scandal to sovereignty. Camilla, from scandal to sovereignty. On July 17, 1947, Camilla Rosemary Shand was born into privilege, but not aristocracy. Her father, Major Bruce Shand, had earned military honors as a decorated British Army officer before transitioning into the wine trade. Her mother, Rosalind Cubitt, hailed from a wealthy lineage, but lacked the noble titles that often paved the way into royal circles. Unlike many women who would later join the royal family, Camilla's background was one of affluence rather than blue-blooded heritage, a detail that would later complicate her romantic entanglement with Prince Charles. Camilla and Charles first crossed paths in 1970 during a lively polo match. With charm and confidence, she playfully reminded him of a past romance between their ancestors, immediately capturing the young prince's attention. Their chemistry was undeniable, built on mutual interests, shared humor, and an intuitive understanding of each other. However, despite their deep connection, their love story was not destined to follow a straight path. When Charles left for naval service, Camilla, perhaps influenced by the pressures of tradition and family expectations, married Andrew Parker Bowles in 1973. Though her new husband was a well-connected military man with ties to the royal family, it was clear that Camilla's heart had never fully strayed from Charles. Over time, despite both being married to other people, their emotional connection endured, leading to an affair that would later shake the very foundations of the British monarchy. By 1992, whispers of their relationship erupted into a full-blown scandal when Princess Diana publicly exposed the affair. Almost overnight, Camilla became one of the most despised women in Britain, labeled the ultimate homewrecker. The public saw her as the woman who shattered the fairy tale marriage of Charles and Diana, an image that only worsened in 1997, following Diana's tragic death in a car crash. Even as Charles remained steadfast in his affections for Camilla, public opinion was far less forgiving. For years, Camilla faced unrelenting scrutiny. She was vilified in tabloids, ridiculed in headlines, and even blamed for the turmoil within the royal family. Many believed she would never be accepted. But rather than retreat, she quietly worked to redefine her image. Through patience, resilience, and unwavering commitment to Charles, she slowly but steadily transformed from a controversial figure into a respected royal presence. By 2005, the tide had begun to turn. When Charles and Camilla finally married in a modest, yet historic ceremony, it marked the beginning of her official integration into the royal family. Over time, the British public warmed to her, recognizing her dedication to charitable work, her sense of duty, and her unwavering support for her husband. Today, as Queen Consort, Camilla stands as proof that reputations can be rewritten and that even the most contentious figures can forge a legacy of strength, devotion, and service. Her journey, from scandal to sovereignty, remains one of the most extraordinary transformations in modern royal history. Camilla's son, whose final warning left everyone stunned, has King Charles III as his godfather. Let's briefly look into who Camilla's son is. A culinary connoisseur with royal roots. Born on December 18, 1974, Thomas Henry Charles Parker Bowles has carved a remarkable niche for himself in the world of food journalism. As a renowned British food writer and critic, he has spent decades exploring, analyzing, and celebrating the flavors, traditions, and innovations of gastronomy. His passion for food is not just a career. It's a way of life, one that has taken him across the globe, sampling everything from the simplest street fare to the most exquisite fine dining experiences. With an impressive 9 cookbooks to his name, Parker Bowles has demonstrated a deep understanding of both the art and science of food. His writings don't merely list recipes. They tell stories, unravel histories, and capture the essence of different cultures through their cuisine. His love for British food in particular has earned him accolades, including the prestigious Guild of Food Writers Award in 2010, a recognition of his ability to make readers not just understand, but also appreciate the depth and richness of Britain's culinary heritage. But Parker Bowles is not just a writer. He is also a respected voice in the world of television food competitions. Over the years, he has become a familiar face on various food-related shows, sitting on judging panels where he brings his expertise, wit, and unfiltered opinions to the table. His restaurant reviews, published in leading publications like GQ, Esquire, and The Mail on Sunday, are widely read for their honesty, depth, and often humorous take on the dining experience. Whether he's reviewing a cozy countryside pub or an elite Michelin-starred establishment, Parker Bowles' insights offer a unique blend of expertise and relatability. However, his culinary prowess is not the only thing that sets him apart. Parker Bowles comes from one of the most well-known families in Britain. He is the son of Queen Camilla and Andrew Parker Bowles, making him the stepson of King Charles III. More intriguingly, he shares a deeper bond with the monarch, not just as a stepson, but also as a godson to the king himself. His royal connections add an extra layer of fascination to his already remarkable career, making him a figure of intrigue both in culinary and aristocratic circles. Despite his royal lineage, Parker Bowles has made a name for himself entirely on his own merits. His work is respected in food circles for its authenticity and depth, and his engaging writing style, laced with humor and keen observation, makes his pieces a joy to read. He possesses that rare ability to describe food in a way that makes you feel as though you can smell, taste, and experience every dish he writes about. With a life steeped in both fine dining and royal heritage, Thomas Parker Bowles is a figure who bridges two distinct worlds effortlessly. Whether he's exploring the traditions of British cuisine, critiquing a trendy new restaurant, or serving as a TV judge, one thing remains constant. His passion for food is as rich and flavorful as the meals he so eloquently describes. Tom's mother and the Queen Consort, Camilla, has for long been resilient despite the public scrutiny. Let's take a glance into Camilla's legacy of resilience. A legacy of resilience. Few public figures have faced as much scrutiny as Camilla, queen consort. Once vilified as the other woman, she now stands beside King Charles III, not just as his wife, but as a steadfast presence in the British monarchy. Her journey has been anything but conventional, marked by controversy, public criticism, and personal battles. Yet through it all, she has emerged stronger, proving that reinvention is possible even in the harshest of spotlights. For years, Camilla was cast as a villain in one of the most dramatic royal sagas in history. The whispers, the headlines, and the unrelenting judgment painted her as a homewrecker, an intruder in a love story that captivated the world. But life is rarely as simple as the stories we tell. The truth is, Camilla's relationship with Charles spanned decades, enduring long before and long after the storms of public opinion. And despite the weight of the past, she did not fade into the background. Instead, she endured. But resilience is not just about enduring, it's about evolving. Over time, Camilla reshaped her public image, not through grand gestures or dramatic statements, but through quiet consistency. She took on charitable causes, lent her voice to issues close to her heart, and steadily proved her commitment to the royal family. As a stepmother to Princes William and Harry, and a mother to her own children, she balanced personal and royal duties with careful grace. Her son, Tom Parker Bowles, has been vocal in defending her, dismissing rumors and standing firm against unfounded criticism. His unwavering support is a testament to the woman he knows beyond the headlines, a devoted mother and a resilient figure who refuses to be defined by public perception alone. Beyond the scandals and scrutiny, Camilla has also faced personal struggles. Health concerns and the pressures of royal life could have weakened her resolve, but instead they seem to reinforce her strength. She has embraced her role as queen consort with quiet confidence, standing beside King Charles III, not just as a wife, but as a partner in both duty and destiny. Her transformation is not just about title or status, it is about endurance, reinvention, and the power of time to change perspectives. Once dismissed and ridiculed, she now commands respect, proving that no one is bound by the labels others assign to them. She is not just the other woman. She is a woman who has withstood the storms of scandal, the weight of expectation, and the ever-watchful eyes of the world. Camilla's story is a reminder that life does not follow a straight path. It twists, it turns, and sometimes it forces one to walk through fire before emerging on the other side. But through perseverance, dignity, and an unshakable sense of self, transformation is always within reach. And if her journey teaches us anything, it's that the past does not have to define the future, because reinvention is not just possible, it's inevitable. What do you think about Queen Camilla's health and her son's final warning? We would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe.